Hey everybody, Matt here with Big Red Liquors, and happy Sunday. My Horned Frogs lost last night, so I'm going to review this bourbon and probably not spit it. But this is what I'd like to refer to as Knob Creek G7, Warehouse G, Floor 7, the Hotbox. What makes this special is that this thing absolutely cooked on the top floor of that warehouse at Jim Beam. And they standardize the proof of these whiskeys, so I wish they wouldn't do that, but they do at 120 proof. But when we tasted this in the barrel, it had actually come out at 140.3. It's the highest finished proof Knob Creek that I'd ever tasted before on a single barrel visit, which got me really excited because they actually put it in the barrel. They don't do a low proof like Wild Turkey or Four Roses does. They actually put it in right to the legal limit of 125, 124.9. That means this thing gained 10 proof points. That much water evaporated, leaving this spirit to really hardcore interact with the sides of those barrels. So that means it's pushing it in deeper into the wood, so it kind of pushes past the char layer. Think about the char layer, it's basically the same for every whiskey, but this pushes past that char layer really nice deep into the wood and comes back out. So you're going to get a lot of barrel extractives, a lot of barrel spice that's not really the char spice. If you look at this whiskey, my gosh, that is just that beautiful deep. When they talk about a bourbon being red, I think that's really what they're referring to, this 10-year-old high proof bit of deliciousness. So let's smell it. Right off the nose, I get like a cocoa powder, like a crème caramel, a little bit of vanilla, oiled leather, orange peel, and then you also get that star anise licorice aroma as well. Whew. You can just tell, even at 120 proof, which is a pretty strong proof. I prefer 100, but this thing is going to just knock your socks off. Let's sip it. Wow. Cinnamon, mint. There's a very intense clove note here. There's like, I don't know if you've ever seen this at like general store, but there's like a horehound candy note to it, which is really a unique kind of sweet herbal characteristic that I don't know I've ever tasted before in bourbon, but it's really nice. And then that just sort of transitions into more of that barrel spice. You get that leather. Sometimes when I'm in these warehouses, I'll kind of pick those little black, oily little tears that come off the sides of the barrels, and I'll taste it. And it's got that. It's just sort of that essence of spirit and wood. And gosh, look at that. That's just gorgeous. So I've tasted this earlier today, and I added a splash of chilled water to it, taking it from 120. I didn't measure it, but probably down to about 90 proof, maybe 88 proof. And the orange note on this thing, which is very traditional in that Beam flavor profile, just exploded. So if you want more fruit, if you want more of the essence of the spirit itself and the yeast that they use, then I would suggest adding a splash of water. If you're like an oak head and all you like is that huge nasty barrel spice, that really good stuff, then just drink it at 120. You won't be disappointed. And we're doing this at $39.99. So for 40 bucks, you're getting nearly barrel proof ridiculousness that's been sitting there for 10 plus years, just cooking away. Cheers.